No matter how many months of marriage counseling that you go through before you settle down, if you choose the wrong woman, the marriage is bound to fail. And before it fails, you will first lose your mind. For you to have a successful relationship and a happy life, you need to understand how the female mind operates. You need to understand how the female mind functions. I get this question almost every time. Why do women want me the moment I stop chasing them? Why does she want me the moment I got tired of her bullshit and decided to move on? Why does she want me the moment I decided to become distant? Well, there are two reasons. The first reason is that when you met that girl, you had a life. You had a lot of interesting things going on in your life. You were busy. You have your job. You were going to the gym. You were doing some side hustle. You worked an extra job. You had a lot going on. Slowly and slowly, after a few months or maybe a few years, you started to cut down on those things. You started to cut down on work just to spend more time with her. You no longer work extra hours. You no longer visit the gym. You started to spend a lot of time with her. So slowly she started to outgrow you. She started to find you uninteresting. She started to feel that you don't have that internal strength, that you don't have that internal drive, that you're becoming too clingy. And gradually she starts to distance herself from you. She starts to look for a more manly man. She starts to look for a man that gives her less attention and gives more attention to building himself and his life. Women love men that they look up to, not the men that they look down on. The moment you start focusing on how to make a relationship work, the moment you start focusing on how to keep a woman, the moment you start focusing on how to fix a relationship with a woman and not focusing on yourself and building yourself to become better physically, financially, emotionally, and intellectually, that is when you lose everything, including that woman. This is why it is extremely vital that you put yourself first, because women like men that are selfish. Women like men who prioritize themselves. If you must have a successful relationship with a woman, you must have a successful relationship with yourself. You have to realize that the more you do everything to please a woman, the more she loses attraction for you. But when you focus on yourself and build yourself into a very attractive man, the more she's going to be drawn to you, the more she's going to want you. Haven't you noticed that when you text a girl good morning, good afternoon, good night, most of the times she acts as though she doesn't see those messages? But the moment you stop texting her, the moment you start to withdraw your attention from her, she notices you. She notices that you stop sending those messages. Women like men who pay less attention to them. Women like men who are busy with their lives. Your life must be so busy that you only have time to hang out with her once or 2 nights a week. Remember, I said nights, not day, because your day is supposed to be busy. Having effortless connection with women is extremely important. Don't force things with women by overdoing for her. If a woman wants you, she will make it easy on you. The only thing that you're supposed to focus on is your life.